On July 14, 2024, the world woke up to a horrible news: the attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump.
We had what we're calling an assassination attempt against our former president, Donald Trump. It's still an active crime scene.
Trump said he was shot by a bullet that pierced the upper part of his right ear. On his Truth social media platform, he wrote, quote, "I knew immediately that something was wrong and then I heard a whizzing sound, shots, and immediately felt the bullet ripping through the skin." A New York Times photographer captured this image of what appears to show a bullet racing by the former president's head. The FBI identified the gunman as 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks of Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. They say he fired shots from outside the secure cordoned area of the rally, atop an elevated structure.
He starts shooting. Bow, 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 bow. About 4 to 5 shots rang out.
Law enforcement converged on Crooks' family's suburban Pittsburgh home overnight.
They asked us to leave our house. They told us it was a state of emergency. No warning, they just knocked on the door in the middle of the night.
Officials say the gunman fired 6 to 8 rounds from an AR-15 assault rifle before he was shot and killed by a member of the Secret Service counter-assault team. The FBI called it, quote, surprising that he was able to fire at the stage before he was killed.
We do not currently have an identified motive, although our investigators are working tirelessly to attempt to identify what that motive was.
What sort of weapon was used? Now, the AR-15 style rifle is one of the most popular guns in the US. It has also been a common denominator in some of the country's worst mass shootings. Here are some of the key factors about the weapon. Why are AR-15 so lethal? The AR-15 is a semi-automatic weapon, meaning a user can fire multiple shots in quick succession, which is what we saw in the attempted assassination of ex-President Donald Trump. The rifle is part of the modern sporting rifle category. It is mostly used in competitions and hunting purposes. As per the Firearm Industry Trade Association, the initials AR stands for Armalite, the company that made it in 1950s. The rifle, as per the Washington Post, was used in some of the deadliest attacks in the United States between 2012 and 2022. The terrifying history of the AR's assault rifle, America's most popular weapon, are as follows. It was used in the Texas elementary school mass shooting. 19 young children and 2 teachers were killed when a teenage gunman went on a rampage at Robb Elementary School in May 2022, in America's worst school shooting in a decade. Colorado theater shooting in 2012. 12 people were killed during the midnight show at Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight Rises, reported ABC. The shooter, James Holmes, had purchased 4 guns ahead of the show. He bought a ticket and watched the film with the people for some time before opening fire. 10 out of 12 people died on the scene, the report added. The Jacksonville shooter, a 21-year-old, killed 3 black people at a Dollar General store in Jacksonville, Florida last year. As per Reuters, the shooter, Ryan Christopher Palmerta, lived with his parents in the suburb of Jacksonville. Sheriff T.K. Waters told a news conference. He died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. At this time, we do sympathize with the family of the dead and wish the critically injured a speedy recovery.